Hi all, welcome to this no-risk trade method for the marquee matchups on the 3rd of February. Plenty of routes that can fall into the no-risk bracket, so hopefully you find this useful. As always, let me know in the comments down below what routes you will be covering for investing for this marquee matchup. You can smash the like, review, awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend. All the links are down below as usual for playlists on the channel and social media links. Remember to check the earlier video in the day and remember to get your predictions in for the weekly predictor and giveaway. So for this we have first route, just focusing on the EPL, mainly because the EPL routes do not have any no risk options in terms of Chelsea, Liverpool and so forth. So the best route is just to kind of buy up the no risk options like Taylor, Barrigan, Manone, Livermore, Aruna Kone. There's plenty to buy from the EPL that covers your back and just gives you plenty peace of mind in terms of where you can go, because you don't know what they might ask for requirements, and if you have any no risk options then at least you can say you're covered and it just gives you plenty players to buy, and you can potentially require them for depending if it's a different route for the EPL. With the Championship, the good thing is you've got plenty to cover you. Bridcut's the only man in the no risk bracket, but the league as a whole you are pretty much sorted. You can build as usual like a full team. The one man I keep struggling to buy just now, I'm trying to buy at least one of them, is Pinto, the right back of Norwich. He's a good card in all honesty, looks a nice looking stats. New transfers in like Bjarnason, McGregor, Alori, these guys help out massively in terms of where you can take the team really in all honesty. And there's quite a few other transfers within the Championship I've noticed, so there is plenty of options to kind of cover your back, especially in the gold variety, so keep that in mind if you want to build a Championship kind of route for the marquee matchups, because I kind of see plenty of gold players that you can just buy and you can say that you're covered if that was to happen in a future marquee matchups. I'm just going for a few hours this time just to kind of give me plenty of food for thought, and it's also proven hard to nab these players early. Then from here you've got plenty other alternatives you can kind of cover. Juventus, I thought had at least one player, but it turned out they didn't even have one. I actually thought with the transfers they did, but Inter have quite a few in the form of Carrizo, Nagatomo, D'Ambrosio, so you're well covered. Trying to nab these guys for 300 is a little bit harder said than done. The only man I've seemed to notice just now that you can generally get for free is Carrizo. But the league as a whole, plenty to buy, quite a few new transfers in which helps. And I would say if you can get any of the players from the league, it just kind of covers your back. Personally, I would say if you can nab the Italian players first and foremost, that feels like the best way. But the league has a lot of different nations, like Brazil's quite a common one and Argentina is another common nation, so nabbing these nations could prove pretty useful if they were to just go specific nations or so many nations as a whole. So I'm trying to nab whoever I can get from the league. Then Schalke, they have quite a few players again. They have Schoff, they have Uchida, they have Bentaleb. Trying to nab them is hard enough just now, and obviously with the current marquee matchups it makes it a little bit harder. Frankfurt, they have options in the form of Fabian and Hasibe, but if you can get these guys you're laughing. Darmstadt have Ben Hatira, who is no longer at the club, so to get him for 300 is next to impossible. It's like 2k for him, so keep that in mind if you want to look at the option of Ben Hatira. But Gondorf you can get for 300, I've noticed on a few occasions, so that's quite handy. But the league as a whole, you're well covered in terms of options. I think they've got a few transfers thrown in, or potential transfers I believe that are going to be thrown in soon enough. But like with a lot of them just now, try to buy these players. You're having to nearly go to the hour mark to actually nab them. People seem to be bidding early, and if you're not quick enough this time you seem to be a bit beat on the bush. But from the Bundesliga we move to the Liga NOS. You've got plenty of options as usual with the Liga NOS. Porto, you have Bolly, who you can never get for 300. You have Jota, you have Varela, then you also have Ruben Neves. I had to think of his name for a second there, but that covers your back. Varela you don't get now for 300 because he's no longer at the club. Jota you can get quite commonly for 300. But then for Sporting, you have Andre Geraldez and Ruiz. So you have 2 players from Sporting now compared to only having 1 previously. But the league as a whole, you have plenty of players from Portugal and Brazil there who I'm kind of going to be bidding, trying to nab the ones that I don't have in the club, which is pretty much all of them already. But I hope you find this useful. As always, let me know in the comments down below what routes you're going for this week for investing. Sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend, and I'll catch you all later.